The Chandra and Tong Ike Law Office Limited.
Oh, I tried to contact them, but they didn't reply.
So they didn't
Last-
reply. Huh?
last time.
Okay, never mind. If we can, we can. If not, no problem. I will show you. These are the 3 machine translation systems we are probably going to use. Let me share the screen. Okay, DeepL. Have you ever used this one?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I think they don't have the Thai.
True.
Yeah, it's mainly the European languages.
Maybe they have Japanese if I didn't.
Japanese only. But anyway, I'm going to try using this one for the English Chinese. And then Google, let me see. Google, definitely, no problem. You will have Thai. And you also can do Thai to Thai. So this one.
มอบให้ในวันหนึ่งในเดือนกันยายน พ.ศ. 2500 พ.ศ. 1318 ของพม่า ที่วัดมินกล่าเมืองอมรปุระ ประเทศพม่า
By the way, there seems to have the segmentation here. That can be done easily to segment the Thai one based on this. Yeah. I think for machine translation, it's better to prepare the sentence in the segmented manner so that we can try to do the word alignment. Is the word segmentation fine? This one okay, huh? The Google segmentation.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah. So here the segmentation, if it's okay, then you will be good. We can always based on this to segment this one. And then from Thai, copy to Chinese, for example. Oh no, sorry. To English, Chinese is no. What happened? Is it?
You have to switch language.
Oh, sorry. This is. I thought they automatic recognize.
Yes, but you have to confirm.
Where's Thai? Oh, yeah. Okay, quite good. So here also there is the segmentation here. I forgotten to check just now. Segmentation and this one did the same. Is the segmentation good?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, huh? So
Yes.
here,
Manipur.
over the source sentence, you also get the segmentation.
Oh, the one thing.
Huh?
It seems to segment syllable.
Oh,
Especially the name.
okay. So
It
it's still not the best segmentation. Then probably we can use other segmentation tools.
You should use mine, huh?
Ah, okay, yes. So we use your segmentation for Myanmar, Laos, Thai, and Cambodia. Okay.
And Tibetan. Huh?
And Tibetan also. Okay.
Japanese is also, but not that good.
Okay. Okay. Maybe you can share the is it can be called on the API?
I don't remember. I've not have to look at it for a long time. Wait a minute. Maybe it's not that good, but it's just a joke.
But SPACI also have a Thai version. So we are just compare and see which one give the best result. I think we probably also know other possible segmentation. And as what Christian suggested, we are going to use 3 machine translation to try out. So for English, Chinese, I can try with 3 machine translation. For Thai to English, so far Google. Okay, this one, let me see. Oh, this one got Thai. Okay, okay. Maybe we can check how good is it. Oh, pooh. Sorry. Let's try English. English word. It was given one day in September at Mingala Temple. Okay, let's see Google English. Google one is slightly better, I think.
It's very small.
Okay, okay, enlarge. Okay. Presented on a day in September, Burma, Eddie, at Mingala Temple, Amarapura, Burma. It was given one day in September of the year. Oh, sorry, just now. Hey, why Google? Oh, Google know how to convert. Okay, okay. Okay, anyway, this one is the same.
1,500 is not 1918, no? Not correct, this one, no?
Yeah.
2,500 is 1990 something, if I remember, no?
I don't know what 2000 year means. But anyway, there seems to have a mean to convert it. Okay.
Why is it written SiSTeCATI twice in the?
That there is two kind of SiSTeCATI. One by Myanmar system, another one is in Thai system.
Oh, Myanmar is another system.
Yes. I think Thai also have the same. You have your own calendar.
Yes.
No, the Theravada normally it's everybody's the same. I didn't know Myanmar was different.
Okay, anyway, so for Thai, we can try at least for these 2. I think they probably have others also. We can just look into if we want to have 3. Then we can have a system like this. For example, here, when I translate, the system will look up the 3 selected missing translation and list out the result, then we can choose based on this, whichever which is the best one to proceed. So for example, here, if I choose the second one, then the system will proceed with the second one. And then we can, of course, still refer to the other 2 to improve this one. We can copy whatever. Okay. Especially when the name come into usage. Amala Pula. This one is probably same. Min Chala Si. Okay, it's quite standardized. Both have the same translations. Oh, this is yoga. Okay. Okay, anyway, this is, if we were to just use the missing translation to perform the translation, then we just refer to the 3 missing translation result and see how fast one can do the post editing. The other checking would be, now, apart from referring to 3 automatic translation to select the best one plus using whatever the phrases or noun inside there to improve, we can also add in the glossary. By the way, Vincent, is Christian joining?
I sent him a message, but he didn't answer yet. So I don't know.
Never mind. If he join in, I will repeat again just to let him know.
Asani get COVID-19. Did you know that?
Pardon?
Ajahn Asani get COVID-19.
Oh, yes. He told me also. Yes. So normally COVID-19, even though it's 1 week, but some they probably will have the lung inflammation for quite some time.
Yes.
Okay, so here I will try to work on the glossary part to just capture those modifications done by the user. Then only I will add into a glossary. Otherwise, it will be too many. And once added into a glossary, in the next future sentence, if that glossary appear in the sentence, I will do automatic replacement inside the result here. So apart from choosing the best among the 3 automatic translation, the system will also do auto replacement of a glossary set up by the user in the previous translation or the previous sentences. So here the glossary at the moment, I just simply list out all the content word and multiple word as detected by the parser, and also the alignment. Okay, but I will modify this to allow the user to choose. Either they choose manually to set the glossary, or when they do post editing here, I will see which one the user have edited and then capture it as a glossary automatically, so that the system will be able to have a list of glossary for this particular text, which will represent what the user would like to translate for that particular glossary for this particular text. So we will see whether this auto capturing and replacement of glossary will speed up the operation or not. So that is the add-on which I have to check on to see this kind of multiple word or single word glossary, auto replacement suggestions, whether it helps. And of course, the user can choose for a particular glossary to have multiple possibilities. Okay, so at any time, the translator will be able to check for a particular glossary what are the different alternatives the user have been translated it to be. Okay, and of course here I will try to see whether I can implement auto synchronization. If the user find that the earliest translations, the earlier translation is not using the best glossary, they can do synchronization from the concordant lookup here. So for example, this one has been translated into a few possibilities. Then the user by right can say, okay, for all these possibilities, I want to standardize it into a particular translation, for example. Okay, then the system will do replacement kind of mechanism. So that is another possible improvement to allow the user to standardize the glossary apart from auto replacement in the translated sentence. And of course, the third one is the translation memory here. If there are phrases or sub-sentence or full sentence which is close to this source sentence, it will be displayed here, and the user can also reuse it. So that are the three functionality which I will try to implement, and then probably double check how these three functionality will, as what Christian said, whether it accelerates the translation process or not. So after that, I think for Thai, we can also test for Thai to English, see whether this functionality will improve or accelerate the translation workflow or not. So one is multiple translation, entry result to choose and make use of whatever the other two can provide. And here is the glossary auto replacement for improvement, glossary consistency checking, translations memory lookup. I think so far these are the three which is probably more helpful. Later on we'll probably can find other, but I think these are the three which most of the computer-aided translation are using to help the translator. So, any comment?
It's very small. It's small. It's very difficult to read.
Oh, this one, too small.
All.
Oh, too small. Okay, okay. Maybe because of my screen is too big. When you get to the but in general, also because it's Chinese, so it's not easy also. But in general, those are the functionality I'm going to work on, and then once available, we will try to set up possible tests to see whether, as what Christian suggested, it's indeed accelerate the translation workflow.
He experienced this already.
Yeah, and he emphasized it many times. I think yes, whatever we propose, we have to make sure that it accelerates the operation. So we will try to double check on every of the functionality from this angle. And for we, probably you also need some of your time to finish your thesis. So
when is your defense?
Should be around the end of this year. Should be.
Yeah, so I will probably do for Chinese, English, Chinese on my own first. Then when the system is really stable, we only find arrangement to work on the Thai English. So for a while, you can focus on your thesis.
You want to start to have a look at the Thai segmentation I sent you?
Okay, okay, yeah. Let's see. And
I don't remember if for Thai it's very very interesting. For Lao, it's very interesting. Thai, I don't remember.
okay, this one, Thai NLP. Okay, so
Can you resize because we cannot.
okay, let's begin. Okay. Okay, so segment it.
You should select Thai.
Oh, sorry. Oh, good. You have Myanmar, Cam, Laos, Malay, Thai. Good. These are the languages which is normally other systems don't provide.
If you want to test your sentence, you had.
By the way, for this given one, is it okay? Is this okay?
Oh, I cannot see below. Please.
Oh, okay. Let me scale it down a bit. Okay, this one.
This one is okay.
Okay, then we try just now. Okay, this one. Copy. Okay, this one.
Yes.
Better than Google just now. Google is deliver only. Yeah?
No, not correct. Look at T1, T1.
Can you hide chat because I cannot.
After the closing parenthesis.
This one.
There is, if I can read because it's very small, but I see T what, and after it's not correct, I think. Yes, it's correct. It is very small, very small.
The name is not correct. It is segment the name.
Okay. When the word is not in the dictionary, then there is a segmentation into syllables. So we have to enrich the dictionary with the words proper nonsense or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's open if you want to use it. There is an API. Checked.
Okay, good. If there's an API, we can always call it directly from the Python program.
And you can enrich the dictionary online with new words if you want.
Okay. So yes, this we have one segmentation for Thai, and probably later on when we want to work on this, we will compare with other Thai segmentation and then see how. But let me see. Feedback. Myanmar. Okay, good. If there are anybody interested to work on the Lanchang Mekong country languages, all are here. Apart from Vietnamese, but that one should be okay. That one is unique segmentation, right? Vietnamese have the space like English, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So these are for languages which have like Chinese, no space one. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you, Vincent.
If you see the one a student of mine is using for Myanmar, I sent you the link just to show you how it's possible to modify the dictionary online. You see
this one, huh?
Uh,
Oh, you send the other one. Okay, okay.
yes,
Okay. This
yes.
one. Okay. Yeah, this is. I think this is the one I used last time.
So if you go down here, you can modify the dictionary. So the student has the database, adds new words, and upload the dictionary at the bottom here. After the segmentation is taken into account the new words.
I assume it's a list of words end by the end of line, right? The dictionary is just a list of words separated by end of line.
It's I showed you. It's a word list. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, normally it should be word followed by end of line. Go to the next line word.
It's a database actually.
Oh, database. Then,
but basically it's like an Excel file.
I think you did send me one last time. I can look into it. The database structure.
Well, okay. Tac, alors. Do you see the?
Not okay. Yes, yes.
I cannot make it bigger, but
I can see. I can see.
Okay, so there is the word list in column here. You can add a frequency if you have if you want to apply some ambiguation or something like that. You can have the translation also, but it's not used for the segmentation. The only column that is used for segmentation is the article one.
Okay.
Okay, so this.
By the way, the two number mean what?
Which one?
The two number in front mean nothing, huh?
The first one is row ID,
okay.
Which is generated by the system, and this one is a sequence number that we can use or not. Actually, it would work perfectly if there was only this column article, and of course the row ID. But the row ID is not part of the database. It's not. It's just the row ID of the for the presentation. So you see there are 76,000 words in this file. So this is sufficient, but probably we need to add many proper nouns and things like that.
Yes, but you start using it. Okay, good.
It's open for use. There is an API and everything.
So for the Thai also same, huh? The dictionary is in the same format.
Yes.
Okay. So if
For all Burmese, Thai, Lao, Khmer, Tibetan, etc. Actually, it's the same. It's not exactly the same software. For Tibetan, there are some things that are specific because the endings of the verbs need some processing. But more or less, it's the same algorithm applied to this word list.
Okay, good.
At least for Lao, I know it works correctly.
Yeah, actually, not many have worked on Lao, so you are unique. Actually, I have not seen anywhere Lao language being processed. Good.
Many things for Lao at the moment. Big dictionary, this one. I don't know if you know that.
But you still have contact with the researcher there if they need parallel text for English Lao.
Which person, I don't know.
I don't know because nowadays most of the NP system they are using the neural network to train, so they need parallel sentences if they want to enable their system for English Lao. I think.
Who is doing that? I don't know.
For example, like this guy, Professor Shi, they said no problem, any language pair, but as long as they are parallel corpus.
Okay, I don't know this one.
So,
I'm not using statistical.
So I think for English
approaches.
Lao, most of the people will have difficulty to find the parallel sentences.
Yes. Oh, but okay.
Yeah.
This is French Lao French dictionary.
Oh, okay.
It's quite rich. Huh? If you want any word, tell me a word in English, for example, and translate into French.
Okay. House.
This one is very simple. Huan, ban, hong.
Oh, you can pronounce. Okay, great.
And there are also, for example, maison d'arrêt, which is a jailhouse. Nyuk. Maison de tolérance, which is the place for prostitutes.
Okay.
Mechan.
So there's a special name for that.
Mechan is a prostitute. Hong is a house.
Okay. Good.
But this house is a very, very simple word, but this dictionary is quite, probably it's the larger dictionary with Lao, bilanguage dictionary with Lao. Even Lao English, Lao Thai, Lao Russian also. It's smaller and less good than this one.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, that give a more challenging one. Achievement.
Achievement.
What's it so long?
Maybe you can read
การสำเร็จสำเร็จ
การสำเร็จการสำเร็จการสำเร็จ
We no problem, huh? You can.
การตกแต่งขึ้น
have a few problems.
Okay, but roughly,
quite similar with Lao, with Thai. Huh?
Yes.
roughly you can differentiate. Okay.
After you can do
Okay.
if you can let me share once one more minute.
Can.
So here we have two words, kan, which is some kind of prefix, and samlet. So word one is it can be have several significations. It can be work.
Yeah.
It can be time. From the Pali kala. It can be a classifier. It can be a suffix. Deriving from Pali and Sanskrit for agent, people who are doing things, and it might have the sense of greffe. I don't know how to say in English. It's put two trees together. Seven senses. This one is obstrué, gêné, barré, which may be translated into English as to block, to bar, to ban.
To bar people from.
Can is an in the old times. It may also in Lao. It may also mean to do something. And the other words, he doesn't have the right translation. Can is a very has many senses. So if we use this one, which is made of three words, kan, tokteng, and kun. The first one is the same. The second one have several senses. To prepare, tokteng, teng is to prepare. Or to decorate. Decoration. And the third word may have several senses as well. It can be the rising moon. It's used for, it may be to go up or to increase, to record. I didn't know this sense. It might be to push, or to push, to not push in English. It's you know, when you seed something in the soil, and after it's growing up, it might be used after an adjective or a verb to mean to grow up, to increase, etc., etc. And okay, after a verb and an adjective, it has a sense of starting something. And you have examples that can be used. Okay. And you have here the pronunciation.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good.
This might be very interesting to develop a translation system with Lao. Many things.
Hmm. Probably look up for the improvement.
Do you have? Do we have some news of the translators and the possibilities to have some funding?
I wrote to the translator, but she didn't reply.
Okay, maybe they will reply later.
But funding, I think it's better to ask Ajahn Asani because.
But I think that one also we have to be ready to have the system for them to test.
Yes.
Mm. Okay, and Asani, is this COVID strong, or is it just she has to stay home? And is she in the hospital? Or?
She's at home, as far as I know. I assume that she is home. Last time I asked her, her oxygen level is still better than me.
Mm. Okay. Okay. How can we continue, or can we go on with? We need to look for some funding.
For Professor C, I have WeChat. You know, WeChat is actually like the WhatsApp or Messenger for Chinese people to chatting. He did mention on might be have to look into possible China and Southeast Asia funding to set up the cooperation. But I don't know how free he is. He is now the dean and also have many students and also with the cloud.com and whatever. So not sure how much time he can allocate to this.
But with this company, if we set up a project, a funded project, this is good for him.
Yes.
It's not necessarily Professor Shi who has to be involved directly. I hope that he has relatives that have skills to do this kind of things.
But so far he has not come back to me, so I don't know whether he is working much on this or yes, but sometimes he probably also have to wait for others to respond. Not sure, we will see.
Malaysia is not has the possibility to fund this kind of project, the public funding.
Public funding for Malaysia would be applied from the university. Yeah, with campaign or USM researcher. That one I have to check with them, but from my past experience, I do know nowadays most of the researchers they don't really they seems to be too busy to work on anything extra. I normally ask them to Zoom or call meeting. After one or two meetings, I don't know where they are. I will try.
It'd be nice if we could develop some Asian system of translation.
For ASEAN language pair?
Asian language pair.
Yeah, actually, the most ideal situation is like what Professor C's setting is, because they have some of the ASEAN language pair, and they still don't have some of the interesting pair as what you saw just now. Laos, Cam, Myanmar. So if they are interested to work on all the ASEAN languages, they have all the tools, they have all the means, but without the language parallel resources, the content, that will be the best situation to work on machine translation. Then probably a project is to fund the collection of linguistic content for these languages. That is what I try to persuade Professor C to consider, since they have all the tools. And over here, we probably can help identify potential institution or partner for this Laos, Myanmar, Cambodia, Thai. I think with the past collaboration, for example, Vincent, you probably have a potential partner who can work on these resources.
Yes.
Anyway, if I meet any other potential partner, I will suggest the same. ASEAN languages, especially those low resources one.
Did you talk about UNL with Professor She?
UNL, I mentioned it at the email only, but he also have not replied on the second item. If you look at the clarifications, he just clarified on the interpretation part. In the translation part, yes, I did mention the possible of improving towards UNL and ontology based on the parser or the tools you have. But that one you have not mentioned any so far. But normally with neural network machine translation, most of them, they will just stop over there by providing the parallel sentences and work on the applications.
I sent you Opus, which is free parallel corpus. I saw some Laos parallel text also.
Oh, Opus, few parallel text.
I should send.
Oh, okay. So that one is Lao. Good morning. How are you? Okay. Actually,
Can you share? Can you share?
Okay, let me share. I think.
I open it.
This one. Yeah, if we can look into all different places, nowadays they have parallel corpus. I think.
Are there more than these sentences?
Or they don't have the number, don't know how many.
You can check the second link that I gave.
Okay.
And you can select the language from English to Lao. Yes.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this
And they show the number below in the table below.
Wikimedia. Okay, quite big, huh? I think this one 1.1. But for neural network missing translation, don't know, might not sufficient. But at least something. Yeah. So they can collect, and then maybe that is where they need the sub-language treatment. Machine translation can provide to a certain extent. After that, got to further fine-tune for all different sub-languages. And also with the usage of the dictionary Vincent have for lookup. At least something better than nothing for English Lao. I think for Cambodia also probably same situation. Vincent, you have English Cambodia dictionary?
There is one that is not mine, but American did a big one that is available, I think.
Okay, so for Cambodian language also, yes. And you know all these three languages like Thai, Laos, and Cambodian.
Oh no, not Cambodia.
Roughly, at least.
In Cambodia, I know about 10 words.
Huh? Few words. Okay.
I know about 10 Khmer words.
But Lao is more.
Lao is more because
Thai and Lao is not much different, right?
Because my grandmother speak Lao.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good. We will see.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think Vincent, you have to go somewhere.
Yes, we are invited. I have to prepare.
Okay. So for today, we will basically cover all these resources and also the setting up for testing. That probably I need a little bit more time to write the program. So when ready, I will let everyone know. Then we will look into it. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
see you next Saturday, maybe.
Next Saturday, okay.
I don't know if we have to go on. We need some funding, or to discuss the content. But I think Christian should be there at least, and probably other persons.
But okay, next Saturday I will still set up, but I see who can turn up. If Christian can turn out, then we will just double check with him again.
Yes, or we can discuss by email also.
Yeah, I think by email for the moment.
Mm.
If there's anything, yeah. Unless we need to demo something. If I get feedback from anywhere, I will update in the email.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.